Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Classic. I'm only gonna do this once. Yeah. Okay, I'm reloaded. I seen people be so fickle, nothing surprised me. Double-edged sword, though, consider how you looking at everybody sideways. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Ain't satisfied till I touch a certain end. Can't say the number, they apply against my plans. I'm turning up, dog, this one for the gym. Come to these bars, I only play above the rim. Boy, I'm Thomas Shepard, long sleeve with the corduroys. Really came to get buckets. Purnell with the defense, too slick, you can't touch me. Bud Crawford on offense. I'm unassuming, but I'm really punching. Underrated, I'm starting to love it. Stacking days, I'm stacking the budget. When I win, ain't none of it lucky. Tapped in, I got it from nothing. Stay ready, preheated the oven, just did a theater. I'm still in recovery. Therapy team, they really love me. They'd kill me if they knew I was jumping. High speed chase, I had to punch it in front of thousands. I started with hundreds. Don't really see no competition, this look like a luncheon. Suggest you let me mind my business, catch you if you lunching. They love you all these years, but at the end you wasn't nothing. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Present with poise, but I really got no chill. Far as blood, it ain't too thick to get spilled. They think I'm too cool to click, not for real. God ain't done with me yet, dog, I gotta heal. I ain't no run of the mill. Had to surround myself with steel. Yeah, I've been sharpening steel. Hard to feel hard feelings at all when I can hardly feel. Hard as hell counting losses till you count the wins. If I could take the pain all over, swear I'd do it again. The way them hard times unlock me, look different, twin. If you don't understand my plight, then we just different men. If you can't understand my fight, then we got different hands. Yeah, different song. I'm talking about different dance. I'm talking about different tribe. I'm talking about different clan. Boy, I'm sticking to the codes to the bitter end. I'ma live and die by it till I'm ashes in a can. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Yo, it's Classic with the Classic Codes, and I got another great live show for y'all. How y'all feeling, chat? Classic! Woo! Forgive me, Lord. I woke up in that mode. It's the best daytime live show on all streaming platforms. I'm up to bat at third today, man. I'm not batting clean up today. I'm batting third. We got no middleman panel coming up tonight at about 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. They'll be batting clean up in fourth tonight. Classic! It's the coalition, man. It's the coalition. So listen, man, I'm Classic with the Classic Codes. If it's your first time here, do the free stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on them notifications, man. If you've done all of that already, make sure you let somebody know about the channel that may want to have some conversation, whether they agree or disagree, because we have one mission, man. We got to crack these codes.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
But yeah, man, we're not going to waste too much time today. We got a lot of stuff to react to. We got an icebreaker, then we got 2 reactions, and I got a code language on tuck if we get to that. Try to hold me to like 10 minutes. Try to hold me to like 13 minutes per subject, chat. Let me know when to move on, chat, because we'll get hung up on it. Y'all will start talking about it. Then we start talking about it, and we get stuck, chat. You know what I'm saying? But today I don't have all day, and I do want to get to all the subject matters at hand. Classic! Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. So we're going to start off with our icebreaker today, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to Conversations with Soft Rain. Shout out to Tez Down. Shout out to everybody that's watching that can't tap in on the phone because they probably work and got me tuned in the ears. We're going to get you through the next hour of your shift, man. For sure. I'm only going to do this once.
All right, so let's get to the icebreaker. The icebreaker, forgiveness for men. We're gonna slide over to TikTok for this one, all right? And we're gonna see exactly what my man got a little perspective here, and we're gonna tap in and just see what he has to say. And I'll give y'all my classic codes on what he talking about, man. Let's go.
A million things. You could do a million things right for a girl and then mess up one time, and then they forget everything that you did for them to make them feel good. Men have so much forgiveness for everyone else in their life, and they get the least forgiveness. We're supposed to provide all these things. We're supposed to be the anchor to everything, friendships and business or relationships and family. You know, we do one wrong thing, and everything that we did good for everyone else, it's forgotten about. Nobody gives us the forgiveness that we give other people. People wonder why men struggle, because it's hard to trust people when it's like, I've put you before me 1,000 times out of 1,001 times, and the one time I didn't do that, everything I've done prior to this is erased. It's just a burden that a lot of men carry when you're trying to do right. People forget that you're human and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fuck up. You were trying your best. Like, we're all doing this thing for the first time. You could do.
I'm gonna let him cook that one more time. It's only a minute long. I know it's people coming in and out of the chat, you know what I'm saying? So make sure that y'all hit the like button, whether you staying or going, whatever the case may be. Show some love. It's free. But we're gonna let him cook this one more time, man. Dude got some dope perspective. Let's go.
Do a million things right for a girl and then mess up one time, and then they forget everything that you did for them to make them feel good. Men have so much forgiveness for everyone else in their life, and they get the least forgiveness. We're supposed to provide all these things. We're supposed to be the anchor to everything, friendships and business or relationships and family. You know, we do one wrong thing, and everything that we did good for everyone else, it's forgotten about. Nobody gives us the forgiveness that we give other people. People wonder why men struggle, because it's hard to trust people when it's like, I've put you before me 1,000 times out of 1,001 times, and the one time I didn't do that, everything I've done prior to this is erased. It's just a burden that a lot of men carry when you're trying to do right. People forget that you're human and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fuck up. You were trying your best. Like, we're all doing this thing for the first time. You could do a million.
Yeah, you know what? It's a million and one things I could say. Shout out to Uncle Plug in the chat. What up, Passports Go? I see the gang all filing in. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. It's so much I could say about this. Dude got a dope perspective. I mean, I could actually say something about this, or I could just play the intro song again. Like, I mean, I guess it's safe to say, based on the intro, what we turned up to and the lyrics to that, you know what I'm saying? For those that coming in late, my intro was my song Not For Real. I could just play that again in response to this. Like, I agree with bro. I think it's like that for a lot of people though. You know, I'm not gonna take it off of men, since that's the topic at hand. I'm not gonna say everybody. We just gonna stay on men. I think for the male experience, I think that is the case. I think people forget all your yeses with one no. You know what I'm saying? Or you've been perfect for so long. Your first mistake is like the deal breaker. Shit like that. I mean, I don't know too many people who don't agree with this. What's y'all perspective on this, chat? For those that's able to type and chime in. I know a lot of people be on the move around this time of day, so I don't be tripping. I'll go one on nobody. But for those who can chime in, what's y'all perspective on this? You know, is there actual forgiveness for men? I honestly could say I've given out I'll say this. I've probably given out too much grace in life in general. I probably have been too gracious. You know, you try to give folks the benefit of the doubt, or exactly what he's talking about. You know, you allow humans to be human around you. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where if you can't be who you are authentically in peace around the people that you're around, you probably shouldn't be around them people. I'm going to say that one more time because all of it matters. I'm wording this the way I want to word it on purpose. So don't paraphrase it in your mind. Don't hit me with the, so what you're saying is, no, I'm saying what I'm saying. If you can't be who you are authentically in peace around the people you're around, you need to reconsider who you're around. Kevin, what up, bro? What up? Yo, 333s for Kevin. I think he knew in the chat. I don't know if I seen you in the chat before. Welcome to the Classic Codes, man. Welcome to chat 333.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. Miles, what up? Miles said 100. Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to be yourself in peace. It's a lot of people who be like, oh, I'm going to be me regardless. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. You can be who, as a grown-ass man, you move around this earth and be exactly who you want to be 24/7 and dare somebody to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man, for sure. For sure. Be who you are authentically at all times. But are you at peace? Are you being who you are authentically and you getting ridiculed from the niggas over there in the cut gossiping like hoes? Are you being who you are authentically, but you got your old lady making you feel like you're inadequate in some ways, or inefficient in some, or insufficient in some ways? Are you being yourself authentically, but you know what I'm saying, you don't feel like your favorite uncle ever believed in you or some shit? I'm trying to come up with random examples because, as content creators, I get these examples and then you got people listening like, oh, that's his life. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you when I'm talking about me, but I'm being general right now. But for real, it's one of them things where like, you got to be able to be yourself in peace. I think that's why a lot of people these days, men in particular, I see all the comments. Y'all can go crazy. I'm gonna come to all the comments, but I think that's why a lot of men in particular these days just be to themselves, because dudes be wanting peace for real. Like, I don't know how many content creators have to come on here and say men just want peace. Men just want peace. I mean, we probably could count it millions of times. If we had an AI to count that for us and scan YouTube, how many times men have said men just want peace? It's probably in the tens of millions, hundreds of millions. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the over on 10 million. You know what I'm saying? And some men are more serious than others about their peace, and that's why you see some dudes go full reclusive. You feel me? But yeah, like I said, there's a lot that could be said here. I like his tone. Whenever men are talking about the male experience in its wholeness, which means that you're going to have to speak on the emotional side of it, I think it's important to have a certain type of tone. You never want to come off like, woe is me. And he didn't. Some men, they come off like they crying and shit. Like, don't bitch about what life has to offer, fam. Like, this is God's design. You know what I'm saying? Don't question it. Step into it, embrace everything about it. Duality is always going to exist. Your ups wouldn't feel so good if downs didn't feel so bad. So I think the wholeness of life, tap into my code language if y'all haven't watched it on the wholeness of life. But yeah, life encompasses all things. So, when you're going through your perceived tough times, it's not even tough times. We just taught to look at it like that. We taught to look at it as suffering. It's actually fortification. You're actually being built up. You know what I'm saying? Hard times in life is the equivalent of a tough day in the weight room. It hurt like hell, but you're going to be stronger for it. That's exactly how it is. But it's all perspective, right? You can look at it like, woe is me. Oh, it's fucked up. Or you can look at it like, oh yeah, this is an opportunity. Because if I can, when I bounce back from this, oh shit, I'm going to feel immortal. I'm gonna damn near feel unstoppable.
Classic.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing, like I tell y'all all the time, it ain't nothing like knowing what it feel like to be on the ground. Cause if you started on the ground and you got up and you fall back down, you like, shit, I've been here before. You know what I'm saying? I got the recipe.
Classic.
You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta, hey, it's like I said, that's a lot that could be said. I could ramble on this one, chat. Ted said, if you can't be yourself around people, you got to move on from them. Yeah, Conversations with Soft Rain said, bullseye. Miles Baxter said, being your true self is more respectful than trying to fit in. That's a fact. Is it received that way, though, Miles? Is it received that way? Talk to me. Uncle Plug TV said, you right. What up, Unc? Hey, like I said, I'm batting third today, man. If y'all missed it, make sure you go back to Uncle Plug TV, Plug spelled with 2 G's, and catch his live stream from earlier today, featuring the Tez Down, and then the Tez Down did his true crime show today as well. So I'm third for the coalition today on the live streams. Like I said, if you follow all our channels, you'll have content all day, and it's all different. I'm not talking about what Plug and Tez was talking about. Tez wasn't talking about what I'm talking about. It's all different. No middleman tonight, gonna be a whole different show, and that's a panel, so you get a lot of perspective. Yeah. But shameless plug, you know what I mean? It's all scrolling across the bottom. Oh, and the shop is back open. Everybody go to classiccodes.com and get some merch. The shop is back open. Yes, Lord. Tez Down said, giving into the sadness is not a part of emotional intelligence. That's just bitching up. Yeah, but We not taught to be hard on ourselves no more. We taught to cry. Uncle Plug TV is lessons in strengthening. Facts. Uncle Plug TV said built for it tough. Yeah, facts. Conversations with Soft Rain. I feel as though people that sulk in woe is me manifest their own sadness. Yeah, I think they like it. They like how people treat them when they're a wounded animal. Conversations with Soft Rain said we got to speak positively into ourselves. Facts. It's pros and cons though. It's pros and cons. I'm gonna tell you this before we get all the way off this subject. Shout out to bro in this TikTok clip. I do not know who he is in particular, but I will always show y'all the page. Here go the full page. The Journey Podcast. So this is the Journey Podcast. So on TikTok, it's the Journey Podcast __. So if you want to tap into more of what he has to say, make sure you go follow them, man. I always try to show love to the content creators. But yeah, in closing on this one, before we move to the next subject, I think that there's pros and cons. Like anything, any decision you make gonna have pros and cons for the most part. So if you do choose to be a woe is me ass person, especially as a man, you know, there is a certain element of like coddling that you probably will receive. If you have like a village around you, there's probably going to be enough women to coddle you and make your emotional ass feel like it's perfectly normal to be that way as a guy. Right. And if that gives you dopamine hits and, you know, euphoric feeling like being coddled in that way, then yeah, you know, that's going to be a pro that comes with it. But a con that comes with it is the way that you'll be treated amongst your peers. And amongst your peers, I mean, amongst the manhood. Because as a man moving about this world, you're going to have to deal with the rest of us. And if we all see you as a peon, it's going to show itself in multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? It'll show itself in your job field. You know what I'm saying? You get passed over on them promotions. You don't have the aggression. You don't have the leadership qualities. You don't have more so than this person here who is not as, you know, volatile as you present yourself to be. So it's pros and cons, right? And then on the other side of the spectrum, if you are for it tough, right? If you do pick yourself up off the ground, then you also have a lot of people will forget to check on you, right? If you show to be strong and whatever it is, I'm gonna bounce back. Shit ain't shit. I'm just getting strong about it. It don't even matter. If you show yourself to be that person, you know what they be saying, check on your strong friend. You don't get checked on. So it's pros and cons. It's pros and cons to everything. But yeah, man, great conversation. Appreciate the chat for tapping in on that. Let's move on. Like I said, I want to try to get to everything. So we're going to try not to overdo it. All right. Now we're moving on to a reaction video. 21 Savage and Big Bank. They sat down and had a 3-hour interview. I haven't gotten through the whole thing, but I got through about half. They got to a piece where Big Bank asked 21 Savage about I believe what he would change about the rap game or whatever, if he could change something, or what's wrong with it, like what's the main thing wrong with it, something along those lines. And Savage is going to give his response, and it's in relation to ego. And so I just want to listen to this interaction and then give a reaction to that basis point. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all in the chat. Drop them threes, man. Let's go.
What would I change? I would remove a lot of ego from the game. I feel like it wouldn't be nothing if no ego. Not zero ego. I wouldn't make it zero ego, but I feel like ego is the biggest downfall of men. Fuck just the rap game, just a man. Yeah. I feel like a nigga worst enemy is their ego.
But if you don't have ego, that means you got.
I ain't saying don't have ego at all. Yeah. But I feel like it's a balance between ego and just logics and just like.
I fundamentally disagree with him, but I want to hear him out. Let's go back a little bit though, chat. Let's go back a little bit.
I ain't like that.
That's the real one.
The game?
Just whatever goes on in the industry, just period.
Oh, like. What would I change? I would remove a lot of ego from the game. I feel like it wouldn't be nothing. I feel no ego. Not zero ego. I wouldn't make it zero ego, but I feel like ego is the biggest downfall of men. Fuck just the rap game, just a man. Yeah. I feel like a nigga worst enemy is their ego.
But if you don't have ego, that means you got.
I ain't saying don't have ego at all,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's a balance between ego and just logics and just like a nigga would know. Man, this man ain't never shot at each other. Ain't no blood drawn between us. We just fucked a few common hoes, and he might like them a little more than I do.
Yeah.
And he would prevent that from us making a song that can make go diamond or some shit.
Facts.
It's just all because of ego.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm facts.
I feel like ego then goddamn kept more great music from the game than it has received.
That's what I was speaking. I'm glad you said it, because that's what I was talking about like the little bitch table. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's ego that's keeping the game. That's why the game's so separated now. People like, bro, I was just talking to my man at Live Nation, right? And he was just telling me, he was like, it's like, bro, we can't really do these big concerts and big tours and shit. And then music came back and snapped it. It's like, because niggas be like, say, we booked Savage for Saturday, and he see DJ Meezy on the show. He be like, bro, you don't fuck with them niggas, bro. I ain't doing it if you don't do it.
I don't do that.
I know you don't, but I'm just saying, niggas do.
You think so?
This isn't ego. That's why I disagree. This isn't ego. So look, the definition of ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, right? So a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. What they're talking about isn't ego. I think it's closer to arrogance. Let's look up the definition of arrogance, chat, because words matter. For everybody that's here the first time, this is the type of thing we do. Like, we break stuff down because words do matter. How we speak, how we use things, it matters. And sometimes when we misspeak, then, you know, everybody runs with misinterpretations of things and nobody's actually saying what they're trying to say. So arrogance, the quality of having an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities. So that's what arrogance is, the quality of having an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities, right? Whereas ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. So a sense of self-esteem or self-importance versus an exaggerated understanding of your self-importance. I think they're discussing arrogance more so than ego. Let's see. Yeah, Ted said he's describing egomania. Yeah, I don't believe in, and I agree with him on saying he doesn't think ego should go to zero. But I just think men should have relationships with their ego. You should understand what rubs you the wrong way, why it rubs you the wrong way, and then you should have, you know, foundational principles in place as to how you want to address said things, right? But to remove your ego altogether would make you a passive man. And I don't believe men should be passive. The crazy thing is, when people look at masculine men who tend to come off as aggressive or come off as assholes, the crazy thing is those men talk like that to each other and there's no violence. Because they respect what it is. You know what I mean? Just the same way I would check somebody about a boundary, I could receive checking. Hey, bro, we over here having an A and B conversation respectfully. Oh, you right. I did butt my head in that. You got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to respect it. That's just what it is. So, you know, when it comes to talking about ego and it comes to talking about, you know, what causes conflict between men as far as like women being involved in the middle of it, jealousy and things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's I think it's more so arrogance. And I think it's pride more so than ego. That's just my take on it, though. What y'all think, chat? The chat going crazy. Let me see. Ted said, people don't check on me. That's why I bounce from people. Yeah, I mean, when you exhibit strength, people don't think you need checking on. It's just like when you show confidence, people don't compliment you as much. They feel like you already know. They don't want to tell you that you handsome every day if you tell niggas you know you handsome. Not niggas, but you get what I'm saying. You feel me? People don't want to compliment you. If you get fly every day, you know what I'm saying? Mods don't want to tell you that your fit hidden every day. Because they feel like you know. They feel like you understand. You the fly nigga. I understand you the fly nigga. I don't got to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But same thing with females. Females who get compliments all the time, they tend to expect them versus appreciate them. Like the thank you be so autopilot, like there's no emotion behind it. They done been told they beautiful, cute, look nice. You can word it however you want, bro. She heard it. Especially if she fine for real. Like if she universally attractive, whatever compliment you give her, G, she heard it 100 times. So her thank you is just like an automatic response. It's the same as when celebrities take photos and give you the fake smile, the autopilot smile. Hey, oh, so and so, can I get a picture? You mind if I get a picture with you? Yeah, man, come on. They give you the fake smile. You know what I'm saying? Give you the fake smile in the picture and shit. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So, yeah, but let's see. Ted said he's using ego wrong. I get what he's trying to say, but ego is just your own self-view. Being an egomaniac is different. I'm going to disagree. Ego, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. Right. Yeah, I broke that down. He said he's describing egomania. Egomaniac, a person who is obsessively egotistical or self-centered. Yeah, which is like, that seemed like that's like first cousins with narcissism. Miles Batchelor said the code is favorite part. Words have different meanings according to context. Facts. Tez Down said egotistical, excessively conceited, or absorbed in one's self-centered. Yep. In oneself, self-centered. Miles Batchelor said ego protects weakness. I agree. I never heard it worded like that, but I agree. That need to be on a t-shirt or a hoodie or something. Ego protects weakness. I like that. He said, LOL, right. The selfie face. Right. The autopilot shit. But yeah, shout out to Big Bank and 21 Savage. Like I said, we're not going to linger on nothing too long because I want to get through the whole show for y'all. But shout out to Big Bank and 21 Savage on that discussion. I think it opened up a good conversation. And we got a little bit of code language type talk out of it. You know what I'm saying? We was able to look into some words. Yes, Lord. Let's move. All right. Now we finna slide over to Club Shay. Club Shay tapped in with the gang. And they spoke about some things. This part I wanted to go through though, because it kind of ties in, I guess, with the rest of the show. Talking about men, their experiences, ego, egomania, all types of stuff. It ties in with everything in totality. So the game actually spoke on his interaction with Kanye after publicly expressing that him and Kim had relations. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to listen to that, and then we're going to get into this conversation in regards to passport judgment. That's what I kind of want to focus on this. Let's go.
His boy, y'all cool, and then you slay. How this man supposed to feel? You supposed to be his boy, y'all cool, and then you slay, he slept with an old lady.
You know what, man? I
Let me guess, you 24 again, huh?
I was 24. Nah, but you know what? I met Kim before Ye.
Even though you met her before Kanye, and I'm not saying it's true or untrue, but let's just say for the sake of argument, this is true. Why would you bring that up and say it publicly?
Man, sometimes
I guess 24. Damn.
I think I was probably 30 then. But you know what, man? Sometimes, man, you wake up and choose a little violence.
Yeah, for sure.
And I if I was sitting here and I told you, or I try to make up, an excuse for my behavior at times, there just is no excuse. It's just the wrong thing to do on the right day, Like I don't stand on none of that. I shouldn't have done that, right. But I did it. And you know what? Ye, who as honest as he is, he called me. He was like, I love you, but can we not ever talk about my wife again? And they were married at this time.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Even though I'm bigger and stronger, you got that.
Right.
So I gave it to him. I was like, man, I'm not going to do that no more. And I haven't,
Did you call her and apologize?
Nah. I don't think you got to apologize to them.
Yeah, you do, man. You put that woman business out there like that. Game, damn.
I mean, her business was out there.
But that ain't got nothing to do with you. Let somebody else do that. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about game. I ain't talking to them.
Yeah.
Or if I get them in the cross from me, I'm going to ask them about that too.
Yeah, man. You know what it is with Chris. I got a lot of love for Kris Jenner, man, and Khloe and Kim and Courtney, man, still to this day.
Yeah.
And, we came up together too.
Yeah.
When we was going around, partying in LA in the beginning, the early stages of my career, it was Paris, Kim, Khloe, Courtney. We was all chilling. But yeah, man, it just, sometimes it is what it is. But I'll apologize to Kim today.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Go
ahead, right there.
Oh, right here. Hey, yo, Kim, Shannon want me to tell you.
No, that ain't no apology. You can't say, I want you to do that. You say, Kim, I was wrong for what I said, and I want to apologize. That's how you do it.
All right, no, Kim, I'm apologetic for the way that I displayed, or discussed or interrelations with the public.
Okay.
How
Thank
about
you.
that?
You mentioned that Kanye gave you. Did Kanye give you 2 Maybachs?
Yeah, man.
See, that was what Kim was talking about. She was talking about that thing on the special that they like. Okay, where did the Ferraris go, Kanye? Where did the Maybach?
Okay, so the game is going on his I've Grown Up tour in his 40s. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the game. Shout out to him being on his journey. Shout out to him showing the human experience.
Classic.
You know, he's a celebrity. We're not going to put too much weight on the authenticity of this rebrand.
I'm only going to do this once.
But for the sake of content creation, we will discuss it as if it's the real thing. All right. Passport judgment, right? The game has been a person who has gone on talk shows, interviews, and had vivid discussions like men who I would consider to be losers in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? That's just always been who I am. Like the dudes who be quick to like, hey, G, guess who cheeks I clap? Like those guys always been lame to me. He just happened to fit, you know, his behavior happened to fit the description. This version of him, if it's authentic, probably would agree with me. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful, being honest though. But yeah, man, you know, the kiss and tell dudes always been lame to me. So I do think that I would consider that to be passport judgment. Him going on his I'm Growing Up Now tour, and you know, this is grown man game, and these are some of grown men's sentiments and feelings, and this is how, you know, I'm thinking now versus how I was thinking then. You know, I think a lot of the rhetoric, again, whether this is a rebrand or whether it's a mixture of authenticity with a rebrand, or whether it's him being him in its totality. Like I said, it's a celebrity. We can't put too much weight on it. But regardless, the message, not the messenger, the message, I support. I really do. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to show people that you've grown, you know, from whatever version of you they were accustomed to if you've been in the public eye for, you know, years. I think that that's a good thing. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I think, again, I always say that more men need to be honest about the totality of their human experience so that other men that are on the brink of trying to check out can actually understand that they're not alone. People be feeling alone. Gee, I don't care what, I don't care how 1%, 2%, whatever you going through, you think it is, fam. That 1-2% still adds up to hundreds of thousands of people.
Classic.
Fam. Like, you feel me? Like, ain't nobody alone. You feel me? So I think, you know, some honesty in the way of this is beneficial. Jay Brown, Virginia, went to wipe just now and had. Oh, okay. We see what this is. Hey, where my mods at? Get the trolls for me. Tez, you got a wrench? Conversation with Soft Rain, you got a wrench? Joe Jett in here, where the wrench is at? Get the trolls for me. Appreciate you. But yeah. So yeah, but passport judgment, discussing it, even offering a public apology after, you know, providing some public embarrassment. I don't know that you can embarrass a Kardashian, because him going out and saying that, it just increased the views on the TV show. It just, you know what I mean? Like, you can't really like shame a 304 who literally monetized being a 304 for a living. You can't really shame. I mean, I know she's trying to rebrand herself, but what we know you for is literally what we know you for.
Classic.
So I wouldn't say he caused her public embarrassment, but I will say he, you know, unnecessarily shared her business. I mean, it's their business, but it's her business too. You feel me? And I never been with that. So, you know, him growing in that way and showing that he's grown in that way is definitely I would think is doing more good than harm. So shout out to the game for the I've Grown Up tour that he's on. Let's continue.
Let's go. Where did they go? And why would you take that?
I didn't take him, man. I told him not to send him. And I asked him, I was like, man, I asked him 20 times. I was like, you sure? He was like, yeah, man, I owe you a lot more than these cars, but it's just, I don't need them. I'm gonna just get some more. And then I got him and I was like, damn, it's like a little small dented one. So he probably saw that one was dented and just wanted some new ones. I don't know. But yeah, he gave them to me, man. And he said it was just one of those things.
And you accepted it.
I tried not to accept them, man.
You ain't try very hard.
I even tried to send them back, and he said no.
I give you some used shoes. You gonna say, nah, bro, I'm good.
Yeah, they wasn't really used. They was still brand new.
Man, I mean, because she felt that people knew he would have these episodes and would take advantage of his kindness. Is that like she would ask him, like, Kanye, where are the cars? And it's like, no, I gave him the.
Hold on, chat. What's going on? Now it's too much. Now it's too much. This is where the conversation shifts for me. Like, I don't know that I mean, would I sit down and do a club Shay if I ever got to that level of so-called importance to where I would be invited to do such a thing? Maybe so. But this part of the conversation, all right, you brought up Kim K for a specific reason for certain things, right? You know what I'm saying? You brought up Kim K for a specific reason for certain things. Okay, cool. We discussed that. I said sorry. Whatever the case may be, boom. All right, cool. Now you shift over into Kim and Kanye's relationship and what she's said publicly about him and this. Hey, bro, let's continue talking about me and what I got going on and why I'm here. I don't want to, the way that the conversation is advancing, and this is how they get you. That's why you got to be careful when you come on shows like this with the line of question, because they'll open up the conversation and it'll be on point. And then they shift it over into something else. And now you have officially engaged in gossip. So you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful.
Such and such. I didn't know you was the such and such.
Yeah. I mean, she probably talking about, his history of like giving.
Yeah, yes.
But we don't frown upon, Jeff Bezos when he gives away things, or people that have a lot of money, man. Sometimes they're charitable. Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm a charity case, but I'm saying people that have amassed a certain fortune may not be as materialistic as the normal person. So it's like they see cars every day, so it's probably like nothing. Let me just get Easter game. He probably did you keep them? You still got them? They at the house. I don't drive them as much as I would like to, because I like to bring them out together, but I'm only one person. So
how you gonna let your old lady drive one?
Hey man, and she does.
I read when you said you didn't want to be a billionaire. Why would you want to be a billionaire?
That's too much money, man.
No, you could help some people.
So if I was a billionaire, then I wouldn't be a billionaire.
Yeah, that's true. If you get the billions, you start giving it away, then you're no longer a billionaire. So I mean, if you're holding on to the billions, that is too much money for one person. For one to have that much, many must starve. I keep telling y'all, the Tears Down said you can't shame a Kardashian. They don't have any. It's part of their brand. Trust, she was happy someone brought her up. Yeah, they just they flipped it, monetized it, did an episode reaction to it. Tears Down said their relationship is out of bounds. I'm not giving an opinion on that. It's girl talking. Yeah, he circled back around to the game, being a part of it, but it went a little left when you start talking about, she said this about him and his mania and people taking advantage of him and all this. And you're doing a lot to just ask me a question about the cars. Just ask me about the cars, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's like he had to put a little messy touch on the classic shit. I don't be on that. I probably would have cut Shannon ass off. You know what I'm saying? Right there. But yeah, man, shout out to Club Shay. Great interview, great content. I haven't got all the way through this interview yet either. But I'm working on it, man. I consume a lot of content and I try to listen to shit at 1.5 speed just to try to get through more of it. I ain't gonna hold you. But it's only 24 hours in a day, chat, and the brother gotta get some sleep. You feel me? But yeah, man, let's move. All right, code language. We was able to make it. We made it. We talking about burden today. Let's look up. So like we do with the code language, we look up the book definition and then we go from there. So the code language for today is burden. Okay. Code language burden. The number one definition is a load, typically a heavy one. Number two definition is the main theme or gist of a speech, book, or argument. All right. And then the verb version, load heavily. All right, burdened. So yeah, a burden, a load, typically a heavy one. When you think about burdens, normally people don't think about it literally as a heavy load. Mal says Shay is a messy brother. I agree. It's the line of questioning they write up for him. I don't think he come up with all them questions on his own. He got a team that do it beautifully. It makes for good content, but messy indeed. But burden, thinking about burdens, right? I would say that most of the time we think about it, we think about the emotional side of things. Most people don't think about a burden, and they think about a physical heavy load. But I think it's intertwined, chat. Let's talk about it, right? Have you ever felt so mentally and emotionally burdened that it does feel like you carrying something heavy on your back? That's why they say, like, what my dog Nipsey say, that the pressure weigh a ton, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, pressure weigh a ton, huh? Like, you know, just the burden of things. Sometimes it do feel, you ever got up and feel lighter, like literally lighter on your feet? So I think burdens are actually one of those things where the physical and the spiritual or mental, you know, and emotional all intertwine. I really do. It's one of the greatest, the word burden makes me think of one of the greatest examples of nature meeting in the middle, right? Because being burdened often starts off with in emotion, right? And then that emotion breeds thought processes, or how you manage that emotion breeds thought processes. Those thought processes then make you feel physically weighed down. It's almost like seeing, for those of you who have experienced this, I'm grateful that God blessed y'all like God blessed me for the opportunity, but it's like seeing a peninsula in person. Sorry if I said peninsula. It's like seeing a peninsula in real life, like up close in person. I actually was able to see one. It's nature's miracle. It's literally, you know what I'm saying, like the salt water and the fresh water meet, and it's literally just a natural divide. You can watch it on YouTube all you want, but being right there and standing at the line and seeing the water like hit and don't, the shit don't it don't mix. And all day that shit just, it's crazy. Well, yeah, it's hard to explain, but not too far off on a tangent. But a burden, I think, is in some ways, when we're not thinking about the negative side of why people feel burdened, I think in some ways this concept is beautiful. I know y'all didn't expect me to go that route with it, but in some ways this concept is beautiful, chat. Not gonna hold you. You know, it's almost like, you know, it's one, yeah, even though it's normally rooted in something that could be perceived as like low frequency, right? It starts from like low frequency shit going on. Still, though, it's an example of like how it all works together. I hope y'all really see what I'm saying. I hope I ain't like going over y'all heads with this one. Yeah, Ted said it's like a water wall, and it's awesome. Yeah, if you've seen a peninsula in person, and I feel like discussing a burden, it makes me think about that. You know what I'm saying? It makes me think about that. But what's the first thing that comes to mind for y'all when y'all think about the word burden? Is it just stress, anxiety? Like, is that the first thing that pop in y'all brains? I think sometimes we gotta like, you know, I remember when I was young, man, I remember being told all the time, you thinking too hard. And I used to always be like, how you think too hard? Like, what is that? How do you think? I used to be so frustrated. Like, you thinking too hard. You be thinking too hard. How do you think too hard? That shit's still funny to me to this day as a grown ass man. How the fuck you and I used to always be like, y'all don't think enough. y'all niggas need to start thinking more. But yeah, because like it's like people think so little that all their thoughts are surface level. You never dig, you never swim to deeper depths. You know what I'm saying? Like, people should do more thinking, but how can you? We overstimulated. We constantly on social media. We constantly in our phones. We constantly in somebody's face. We constantly on FaceTime. We constantly texting somebody. We constantly, you feel what I'm saying? We constantly binge watching Netflix. We just, niggas don't just sit alone for motherfuckers don't even get themselves 20 minutes a day just to and just rest right there in that right there. And just have some silence and just put it together real quick. Man, y'all motherfuckers probably have a couple $1 million already. If you don't already, y'all probably have a couple $1 million. Give yourself 20 minutes of that a day. Man, you'll come up with a master plan quick. Ted said, how privileged I must be to experience struggle, know it, and be at peace after overcoming it. Hey, who is that? That's you? That's a Tears Down original. That was hard.
Classic.
Uncle Plug said Henry Ford. What, did you mean to put Henry up? He Ford said the hardest thing to do in life is sitting and think. The hardest thing to do in life is sitting and think. And that's crazy because it's a form of meditation. But you can't talk. I don't know if you could talk. Can we talk? Yeah, Henry Ford. Okay, bet. I thought so. We on the same page. But it's crazy because, like, can black people talk to each other about meditation? Is that a thing yet? Can we talk about that? Is that a real thing yet, or y'all still playing? Tears Down said it's one of my affirmations I wrote. Oh, yeah, that's hard. That's hard, Tez. You need to put that on some merch, folks.
Classic.
Bro said, how privileged I must be to experience struggle, know it, and be at peace after overcoming it. Yeah, that's tough, folks. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, that's the code language on burden, man. That's my perspective on it. Yeah. All right, y'all. I don't have time for chat Q&A, but we was able to get through the whole show today. So that's an amazing thing. We haven't been able to get through all our segments in a minute. So I'm grateful for being a little bit more efficient today. And hopefully I was able to provide y'all with a dope show. Make sure that y'all like, subscribe, comment, whether you agree or disagree with all the different things I say. Some days are more radical, some days are more inspirational, some days are educational. It's the classic codes, man. We here to solve puzzles. We here to crack codes. We here to figure this shit out.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
But yeah, man, make sure you like and subscribe. You know what I mean? I'm not exiting just yet. We got to do a little bit of housekeeping. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, make sure that y'all like and subscribe and stay here. I'm live damn near every day on some platform. And I'm about to show y'all right now the list, right? So this is where these are all the different places where you might catch me at. And you also will see the coalition, right? The Raw Society Coalition. Follow all these channels and you'll have great content all day long. The Raw Society Coalition is its own channel. Follow that. That's where we link up. You know what I'm saying? Panel discussions, different shows. We got Sunday service over there Sunday mornings. I'm moving the Red Room with Classic over to the Raw Society Coalition when we stream live. We also over there now we have the Tears Down, and I have a show on Raw Society Coalition called The Human Experienced. So that's going to be dope. I mean, that's dope. We started that last week. What other show is over on the Raw Society Coalition? No Middleman streams there as well. That'll be on tonight at 8:30 p.m. So make sure you follow that channel. Follow me at the Classic Codes. That's where you at right now. Also, you can tap in with my sports channel, Classic Codes Sports. Tap in with my sports channel as well. And I also got a clip channel, Classic Codes Clips. So tap in with that also. Souls of Thought. Make sure you tap in with Souls of Thought. Uncle Plug TV. Told y'all about Unc earlier. He was live this morning. Make sure you go back and rewatch that. Uncle Plug with 2 G's. And Conversations with Soft Rain. So make sure that you tap in with all three. Conversations with Soft Rain is a lady. She has, for those of y'all who haven't seen her on the platform that are new here, she has dope content for the women, on womanhood, single motherhood, the female experience overall, all of that stuff. So for the ladies, make sure y'all go find some balance between all of this male rhetoric that we giving y'all with Conversations with Soft Rain. Yeah, but that's the coalition, man. So make sure you tap in with the full team. We also got a show going on. We got a live event. I'll be performing a full concert, live on February 13th out here in Illinois, in the west suburbs of Chicago, Darien, Illinois. I'll be performing live, and we will be doing a live podcast, interactive panel with the crowd participation and all. So it's going to be a fun event, dope music. The venue has good food and drinks, tables for you to sit at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going to be comfortable. We're doing an intentionally intimate event. So it's not going to be 1,000 people in there. You ain't going to be shoulder to shoulder sweating. So it's perfect. If you single or if you got somebody, that's special to you, pull up. Valentine's Day weekend, kick it off out here in Chicago. If you're not from out here and if you're from out this way, ain't no reason why you shouldn't slide. I'm going to be all the way real with you, man. But yeah, man, make sure that you tap in. Let me see here. I'm trying to pull up one more thing for y'all. I can't find it. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, there you go. But yeah, man, make sure that y'all tap in. And this is the information on the event. Tickets are on sale right now at the early bird price. The tickets are on sale at the early bird price right now until December 28th. So make sure you get your tickets to the event. If you know you coming, get your tickets with your Christmas shopping. You know what I'm saying?
They don't like it when you got that glow.
Here we
One
go.
thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So they don't like it when you got that glow. And one thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So give them a reason to keep hating on it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, oil farming, home up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Know some people I love, put some smut on my name. I'ma still love them the same. I'ma love them from outside.
Yeah, man. So make sure that you tap in with the coalition, pull up and meet us live. See me in person, witness some great music, dope concert. Like I said, pull up if you can. You got a couple months to prepare. If you're not in Chicago, make it out here, man. It's going to be worth it. You can spend the rest of your weekend exploring the city. You know what I mean? For sure, for sure. But yeah, man, if y'all don't do nothing else, you know, for me, make sure. If y'all don't do nothing else for me, make sure y'all stick to the codes. We got another classic, man. Yeah.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart.